Today we are talking about some of the cars that I think are the coolest on the planet, and if all of you buy some wheels, we will send him a car and have him build us one. When it comes to customizing Lamborghinis, most people think of minor tweaks, maybe a subtle new exhaust or some new wheels. But for Shinichi Morohoshi, founder of Fighting Star, subtlety is not even in his vocabulary. For Morohoshi-san, quote, stock is boring, quote. He takes these already eye-catching late model V12 specifically Lamborghinis and pushes them far beyond what purists or the factory would consider acceptable, adding neon lights, wild aero kits, screaming exhaust, and unique bodywork that turns heads wherever he goes. First up, who is Morohoshi? Well, it's a name that is synonymous with radical Lamborghini customizations. He didn't start out with a vision to transform luxury supercars. His life began in the grittier parts of Tokyo's underground. Raised in, guys, I don't speak Japanese, I am so sorry, Kabukicho, please correct me.
Kabukicho.
Tokyo's famous entertainment district, Morihoshi's lifestyle gave him an appreciation for bold, rebellious statements, which is reflected in his cars today. As a teen, he was influenced by the flashy bosozoku biker gangs known for their loud, brightly lit motorcycles. This over-the-top style is clearly evident in his work on Lamborghinis. But, to clarify, Morohoshi doesn't just add flashy lights for the sake of it. There's an entire philosophy behind his approach, the motto being, why not? For him, customizing cars is about expressing individuality, and if that happens to divide opinions, so be it. Traditional Lamborghini enthusiasts may shudder at the sight of one of his creations, but for Morohoshi-san, the goal is personal expression, not conforming to what is expected. Morohoshi runs Fighting Star, a shop located in Edogawa City, Tokyo. This isn't your typical luxury customization studio where you're slapping on wheels and a wrap. At Fighting Star, Lamborghinis are transformed into vibrant, neon-lit LED-streaked machines that look like they've driven straight out of a cyberpunk dystopia. Fighting Star doesn't just work on Lamborghinis though, they do craft a visual experience out of these cars that's in your face and unapologetic. One of the most recognizable modifications coming out of Fighting Star is, and I've mentioned this quite a few times, but I can't stress the importance, the LED lighting. Morohoshi has a reputation for fitting his Lamborghinis with lights that make them glow like Christmas trees. From the underbody to the wheel wells to the infamous vents on V12 cars, everything is lit up, ensuring that these cars stand out on the dark night streets of Tokyo. So what sets Morohoshi's builds apart? Well, his signature style is rooted in excess, but it's carefully thought out. His builds aren't about just slapping parts on and showing off, they're about making a statement. While most supercar owners shy away from heavy customization or follow a pretty cut and dry path for it, afraid of devaluing their already expensive cars, Morohoshi embraces the opposite approach. For him, it's all about pushing boundaries. His cars often feature custom one-off body kits, massive rear wings, and exhaust systems that make the V12 scream like a banshee. This isn't for everyone, and that's okay. That's kind of the point. In fact, Morohoshi relishes the fact that traditionalists dislike his builds. To him, their disapproval is proof that he's doing something right. It's the contrast between these ultra-luxury cars that you have to be a serious person and work hard for, and the rebellious aesthetic that makes these creations so fascinating. One thing that sets Morohoshi apart from other customizers is his willingness to push even the latest models, even the most expensive, newest Lamborghinis, to extremes. Many are hesitant to touch a brand new SVJ or a vintage Murcielago. Morohoshi's more than happy to tear into these and transform them something completely unrecognizable from the factory model. You might be asking the question, is it practical? Actually, you're probably not asking the question. It's pretty obvious. Would you drive one of Morohoshi's creations though? That's the more serious question for here. For many, and the answer might be no. The wild lights, the roaring exhaust, the aggressive aero, they're not exactly practical for a daily driver, but these cars aren't built for practicality. Lamborghinis themselves aren't built for practicality, they're built to turn heads and make an impact. In Japan's car culture, these modifications fit right in. It's not uncommon to see Morohoshi's cars cruising through Tokyo, lit up like neon beacons in the night. While some may see these cars as purely aesthetic builds, at the end of the day, they are still Lamborghinis underneath, meaning they have some serious performance. The exhaust systems, the engine tuning, all the other little bits and pieces mean these cars can back up their aggressive looks. I feel like that's pretty obvious at this point, but they're still Lamborghinis, so if you're sitting there behind your keyboard like, these things suck, I mean, it's a Lambo, dude, what are you driving?
Meanwhile,
Morihoshi's approach to customization, though, is deeply personal. He spoke in interviews about how he felt distanced from the traditional Lamborghini community. When he first began modifying his Diablos and Aventadors, many in the official Lamborghini clubs looked down on his work. It wasn't the refined, subtle kind of customization that appealed to more conservative, more traditional owners. But Morohoshi doesn't care about fitting in. At this point in the video, that should be evident. He cares about creating something unique and something true to himself. That's the way that we should all look at modifying our cars, to be honest with you. Over time, his work has become so recognizable that people can't help but be fascinated by it. Even while attending official Lamborghini events, Morohoshi's cars have stood out, sometimes raising eyebrows but oftentimes earning admiration. He's taken something as revered, something as holy as a Lamborghini, and made it his own, which is no small feat in the world of supercars. Morohoshi's bold style has created a new subculture within the world of Lamborghinis. As owners get younger, he's inspired others to push their supercars to extremes, leading to what some call the bosozoku Lamborghini movement. These are cars that take inspiration from Japan's biker gangs, mixing the performance of the vehicle with a wild, almost cyberpunk, Mad Max, heck, even kind of aesthetic. It's not just taking a supercar and making it faster, it's about taking a supercar and making it yours, meaning it looks like no other Lamborghini on the planet. So, given your choice, would you drive one of Morohoshi's Lambos or would you take a stock unit? For most purists, the answer is going to be no. They think the way it came out of Italy is perfect. But for those who appreciate bold, rebellious car culture, for those coming out of the JDM car world, there's something undeniably appealing about these machines. They're loud, they're flashy, and they're not trying to fit in to what anyone's definition of a supercar should be. Morohoshi has taken one of the most revered car brands in the world and turned it into his own canvas for self-expression, leaving a lasting impact on both the Lamborghini world, Japan's underground car culture, and car culture as a whole. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you want to see more informational videos like this, drop a comment down below with another one that we should do, and we will definitely do it for you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop that comment. If you have a Lamborghini or any car, really, head over to our website, add it to our vehicle gallery, and if you're looking for some new wheels and tires, you know where to get them, baby, threepiece.us. I will see you in the next one.